Hi and welcome back to another video. This is a triology talk video, so it's going to be very peaceful, very calm. You don't need to worry about being it, crazy. Grab a cup of coffee, chill back and relax. Today we're going to be talking about something really good, and that is cringe content and negative publicity. Obviously, this has been a thing in India right now. Many people have been working on this. There's been an adventic rise of cringe content and cringe stuff, and also negative publicity. I don't know if this video is going to be long or short, but watch it till the end and let you know what's going to happen with it. So you might ask, hey, what is cringe? And today I'll tell you what is cringe. Cringe is something which makes you awkward, okay? And cringe content is basically content when you watch it, you don't feel, you don't laugh or you don't like it. You just feel awkward on what you're watching. You just go like, what is this? Right? That's cringe. That's cringe content for you. And obviously, this has a deeper context of what you're working on. You might also ask, hey, is cringe content good or bad? It depends upon what you're watching. It depends upon the context of all the cringe you have. It depends on the content also. So it's of who's watching, who's making it, and why are you watching, on what context. Is it a funny thing or is it like a music cringe pop video? So there's like a whole layer to what you do and what you don't do. Is cringe content good or bad? That's one big question. And I tell you, there's a gray area for that, okay? You can't explain something that is good or bad in just like, a time frame of saying yes and no. Would I make cringe content? Obviously not. I may. It depends. Just kidding, I won't. So is cringe content good or bad? It totally depends. I say there's a gray area for that. It can be good sometimes. Yes, I'm saying cringe content can be good at times, maybe in the genre of comedy or in the genre of making someone laugh in a weird way. If you're looking for something like quality content, or if you're looking for something like which is qualitative and not more than quantitative, quantitatively cringe is good. You can have a lot of quantitative content on that. Qualitatively, it's worthless. No. So there's a small gray area for the content of cringe. Defining cringe as good or bad, same way it goes for what context you're watching on. It basically depends upon context. Context depends upon the cringe, and the cringe depends upon what or why this is all happening. Next thing I want to talk about is negative publicity. This has been a real thing right now. So I remember when the first time I ever heard something blow up so big, which was negative publicity, was Dinchak Puja in India. So I'll be talking mostly basis of India, and I want to be talking something outside India. Remember when Dinchak Puja got famous? 2014. That's when the cringe content grew. I know many content creators before that who used to make socially awkward stuff, cringe stuff, so-called cringe stuff, and they weren't that famous by that time. I think Dinchak Puja rose in that steady manner, and she kept on making this as her whole thing. There's been a steady rise of her. She has 5 million subscribers now on YouTube. Obviously, she has hidden her subscriber count, but what do I think about it? I think, hey, it's her choice, It's up to the person who makes content for what they do, and it's up to them for what they do as cringe content or as what they define themselves in that genre. I'm gonna point fingers at them because they're doing what they do. You do you, I guess. But I'm gonna point fingers at people who watch, or people who audience who consider cringe content and who don't consider original content. The moment you start giving upheaval to cringe content, upheaval to this, it turns into negative publicity, and that's when things go wrong. Let's be honest, there are many other good, amazing, perfect, and I don't know, the great creators out there who make really good stuff, who make really good comics, who make really good music, comedy. A lot of artists out there who make really good stuff, who are deserving attention, who deserve more audience on that basis. And when they don't get audience, they get disheartened. What is the whole problem here is, I'll explain very clearly. There's a content creator who's making content for a lot of time right now, and he basically doesn't know what to do. I'm talking this on the basis of content, okay? and now he's not getting the attention he deserves. I'll be very honest, everyone on the internet wants attention. Every content creator out there needs to, be like, I need people to watch me, because sometimes it's survival for them. So the moment you put survival on their head, they're ready to do anything on the internet. And I have seen many good content artists turn so mainstream, so not cringe, but do anything for publicity out there just to get the audience, and voila, they've lost all their creativity. And there are people out there like that. Remember when the advent of roasting came out, when Carrie Minati started roasting, there were many channels which used to do good stuff like gaming, like any other thing, but nobody was watching gaming, nobody was watching any other sketches or anything. The moment roasting became famous, there were thousands. It was like an apocalypse for roasting community to start off in India, and it just became very bad now. The whole scene has been roasting scene in India is now considered bad because the audience sucked on it. That's what happens when you intake of more audience and there's less content creators. That's where everyone goes, and other content creators who are hungry for audience or anything like that, they don't get the whole cloud for it. So many content creators change on it. I'm not going to point out figures on anybody, but obviously I'm going to show that, hey, as an audience, you have a responsibility on the internet to do what's right, what's wrong. If there's your friend who's asking for a shout out, give him a shout out. Just do it. He wants it probably. It's no harm. You share a lot of shit in your stuff. Just why not this? Obviously I'm going to talk about one person extra, and that is Hindutani Bao, more uncommonly known as Sagar. If you don't know, that is his original name. Hindutani Bao, before he became Hindutani Bao, the famous guy, he used to do same content. He used to sit in his car. There are old videos of him where he used to swear a lot. Just one sentence, just one bad word, and he has 3.4 million followers on Instagram. 3.4 million people. That's somewhere close around 30 lakh people watching him for that. Do you realize how sad or how terrifying that is when you come to know that there's a person out there with so much of follow, there's so much of power on him, and he's just swearing, yelling. Obviously I can't say it is good or bad, because that depends upon obviously who's watching in the audience. But have you ever and I know many people who follow him, yeah, and I just want to ask this: do you think Hindutani Bao deserves it? I don't think he deserves it. He obviously is making content. Let's not deny that. Let's not deny the fact that he's making content because he deserves the clout. But there are also other activists out there who are genuine actors, who do stuff in real life, who work their asses off. There are really good comedians out there. There are really good artists out there who deserve much more attention. For example, let's take Dinchak Pooja. She has 5 million subscribers. Obviously, her subscriber count being hidden. Last time we knew, she was having 3 or 5 million subscribers. Pratik, who heard, a really good song artist who makes his original music, has just somewhere around 500k subscribers. Do you see the gap here? Now, who do you think deserves this whole thing? You get what I'm trying to say, right? Obviously, as a person who's on the internet, it's my responsibility and your responsibility to give clout to people who deserve to be given clout. When you start giving clout to really not worthy stuff, that's when they take it over their heads, and it's all a snowball of what becomes what. You know what I'm talking about, and that's it. I'm gonna point fingers at the audience only, okay? If you're a person who's making cringe content, do it. Do it for the happiness of yours. Do it for whatever you want. No questions asked. You have the freedom of doing whatever you want on the internet, but you have a responsibility too. Let's not forget that internet is supposed to be a very free space. Just because you have freedom, that doesn't mean you can do anything on the internet, right? My whole point of this is, as an audience, you have a responsibility on who you supposed to be giving clout, or who you supposed to be making sure that your shares or your likes go for, or you follow on the internet. Most of the thing you do is follow on the internet. So as a person who you have a responsibility of following, and that's for everyone. And I guess this is a very short video. I'll be ending it right here. Just wanted to say this out there. Anyway, I think that is the end of this video. It's just a small comparison of who deserves what, but the video doesn't end here. So on context of this video, I'll be giving a shout out to my favorite artists who I know personally and who make content, who make really good content out there. I don't know how much of a difference this will make, but you know, if there's someone out there who really wants to know what actually artists are, please do check them out. First, I want to give shout out to some of my favorite musicians. There's Ashwin whose music I use a lot, and also Waffles and Waffles, the band. This band I know personally, who make metal music. As a person who listens to metal, they're really good. Next up, I want to give shout out to some of my comedian friends who do really good comedy, stand-up comedians, and to be very honest, there's Bharat Sharma, Krati, adlakha, and Stuti, who do shows all the time. They are on Zoom, they keep doing shows. Definitely check them out, they have really good content out there. Next up, I want to be giving a shout out to some of my photographer friends who I know. Check out Pictures, whatever. Check out Komal bherwani. She takes really good photos and she's very nice on his photography. She has a good aesthetic of photography. Next to my personal favorite, cartoons. Cartoonists on the internet are very less known, or the more unknown people on the internet. So my personal favorite, Simeon SD, who also makes MCC Diaries as his other channel, as his other Instagram. He makes really good funny comics. Check him out. And that's the end of this. I don't know how much of a difference this will make, you know, but I hope you guys check it out. Everything, there's link in the description, and if you're watching this on Instagram, their whole thing is in the bio section of this. Hope you like, share and subscribe this, and also check me out on Instagram and Twitter. I do other stuff there, and I also do stand-up comedy. Check out my live shows if they are. Follow me on Instagram for that to know when my next live shows would be. And stay safe, chill out. See you next time with another video. Bye.